Namaste. Today I'm going to read Volume 3, Book 4, KotiRudra Samhita, Chapter 14, the origin of the Jyotirlinga Somanata in the Shiva Puran. Vakrutramakaya Surya Koti Samapurani. Hariom Tat Sat. The sages said, please narrate the greatness of the Jyotirlingas, please mention their origin and everything else in the manner you have heard. Sutta said, O Brahmins, please listen. I shall narrate its greatness and origin succinctly in the manner I have heard from my good preceptor to the extent of my intellect. The first among them is glorified as Somanata, O sage. At the outset, listen to its greatness with attention. O great sages, the greatness of Jyotirlingas cannot be adequately described, even in hundreds of years. Still I shall tell you. O great sages, his daughters, 27 in number, Ashvini, and others were given in marriage to the moon by Daksha, the great soul. On securing the moon as their lord, those daughters shone extraordinarily. The moon too, on securing them, shone incessantly. The jewel shines with gold, and the gold shines with the jewel. Now listen to what happened in due course. Out of his 27 wives, he did not love any one so much at any time as he loved Rohini. The others became distressed and sought refuge in their father. After going to him, they mentioned their misery to him. On hearing it, Daksha too was struck with grief. O Brahmins, approaching the moon, he calmly spoke to him thus. Daksha said, O straw house of digits, you are born of a noble family. How can you cherish oddity in your affection towards your dependents? If you have done so, stop with it. This is enough, you shall not repeat it. Oddity in behavior is said to be conducive to hell. Sutta said, after requesting the moon, his son-in-law thus, Daksha returned to his abode fully assured. The moon did not act according to his advice, being deluded by Shiva's Maya, which deludes the universe. Welfare befalls him who is destined to have it. How can one destined to court woe have a wheel? Being subjected to the force of destiny, the moon did not accept his advice. Infatuated of Rohini, he neglected others. On hearing it, the skillful Daksha returned to the moon excessively distressed. He politely asked the moon to mend his ways. Daksha said, O moon, listen, although requested repeatedly, you did not pay heed to my entreaties. Hence, fall a prey to the wasting disease. Sutta said, just as he cursed him, the moon contracted consumption within a thrice. When he was wasted away, there was a great hue and cry. O sage, the gods and the sages became extremely agitated and felt miserably. What shall be done? What will happen now? Informed and implored by the moon, Indra and other gods, Vashishta and other sages, sought refuge in Brahma. O sage, after approaching him in their great agitation, they bowed to and eulogized Brahma and mentioned everything to him. On hearing their words, Brahma was much surprised, praising the Maya of Shiva within their hearing. Brahma said, oh, what a pity. This is distressing to the entire world. The moon is always wicked and defiled. Now Daksha has cursed him. Many unholy deeds have been committed by the wicked moon. O sages, O gods, may the early misdeeds of the moon be heard. The wicked fellow went to Brahaspati's house and abducted his wife, Tara. He then allied himself with the Dechas. Having sought refuge in the Dechas, he fought against the god, though forbidden by me and Atri. Then the moon restored Tara to Brahaspati. Seeing her pregnant, Brahaspati refused to take her back. Induced by us, he accepted her unwillingly. But he said, if she casts off the fetus, I shall accept her. When they asked her whose child she bore in the womb, she replied that the fetus grew out of the seed of the moon. O excellent sages, I then removed the fetus, and urged by me, she was accepted by him. What avails the narration of his previous countless vicious deeds? He still continues to do similar things. What has happened cannot be reversed. I shall tell you the means to be adopted now. Listen attentively. Let the moon go to the auspicious shrine at Prabhasa along with the gods. Let him propitiate Shiva there according to Mrityunjaya rites. Let him perform the penance incessantly, sitting before the Lord. The delighted Shiva will cure him from consumption afterwards. Suta said, on hearing the words of Brahma, the gods and sages returned to the place where Daksha and the moon were present. The gods and the sages consoled Daksha and took the moon to Prabhasa. They invoked the sacred waters of Saraswati and other rivers and performed the worship of the earthen phallic image in accordance with the Mrityunjaya rites. The gods and the sages of pious mind left the moon at Prabhasa and joyously returned to their abodes. The moon performed the penance incessantly for 6 months. He worshipped the bull-bannered deity with the Mrityunjaya mantra. The moon repeated the Mrityunjaya mantra 100 million times. He meditated on the Lord Mrityunjaya with his mind unruffled. Lord Shiva, who is favorably disposed towards his devotees, was pleased by his devotion and manifesting himself there spoke to him thus. Shiva said, O moon, may there be welfare to you. Choose your boon, whatever you desire in your mind. I am pleased with you. I shall grant you an excellent boon. The moon said, O Lord of gods, if you are delighted, what is not attainable to me? Still, O Lord, let not my body decay by consumption. Pardon my faults, remain benevolent to me always. When he had said thus, Shiva spoke to him again. Shiva said, O moon, let your digit decline day by day in one fortnight and increase steadily in another. Suta said, O Brahmins, when this happened, the delighted gods and the sages came there quickly. After coming there, they offered benedictory blessings to the moon. They joined their palms in reverence and bowed to Shiva. They prayed to him devotionally. The god said, O great God, O Lord of gods, obeisance be to you, O Shiva. O Lord, be stable here along with Uma. Suta said, then the moon eulogized the Lord with good devotion, first in the Nirguna and then in the Saguna form. Shiva was delighted with the gods for increasing the glory and greatness of the region, and the moon, Shiva stayed there in the name of Someshvara. He became famous in the 3 worlds, O Brahmins, by worship. By worship, Shiva becomes the destroyer of ailments such as consumption, leprosy, etc. Blessed indeed and contented is he in whose name Shiva, the Lord of the worlds himself, stayed there, sanctifying the entire world. A pond was established there itself by all the gods that was shared by Shiva and Brahma together. It is famous as the moon's pond on the earth. It is destructive of sins. The man who takes bath there gets rid of sins here. Incurable diseases like consumption are entirely eradicated. If a person takes ablutions there for 6 months, a pious man attains the fruit of circumambulating the earth. If he circumambulates Prabhasa, after death he is honored in heaven by the gods. On seeing the Somalinga, a person is relieved of all sins. After enjoying the fruits as desired, he attains heaven after death. He who makes pilgrimage to this place attains the fruits of whatever he might have had in view. There is no doubt about this. Thus, seeing the fruit of that high order, the sages of the gods joyously bowed to Shiva and took the moon, now freed from wastage. Circumambulating and praising that holy center, they returned to their abodes. The moon resumed his former activity. O great sages, thus the details of the origin of Somesa have been narrated to you. Someshvara has originated thus. He who listens to this origin and narrates it to others attains all desires and becomes rid of all sins. Footnotes. 141. The region sacred to Shiva is placed in Katewar, believe that is it. Here ends today's reading of the Shiva Puran. Prabhu Puranatam Vyum Veshwanatam Jagannatanatam Hariom Tat Sat.